Bendigo Senior, we have quite a number of maths subjects to choose from, and it can be a little bit overwhelming to know which ones to pick and why. So we hope this video will give you a little bit more guidance. So if you're choosing a VCE vocational major, you've got three choices. You can choose VM Numeracy, which is the specific numeracy maths related subject for students who are doing vocational major, or you can choose from one of our mainstream VCE subjects, so Foundation Maths or General Maths. So VM Numeracy is a great choice for you if you want some skills that will help you with your everyday life, so things like managing your money and math skills that are related to your work. For example, VM Numeracy is really good at building hands-on skills, and the teachers will do this with you in class by just focusing mostly on hands-on style activities.
My name's Jack and I study VM Numeracy. One of the things I like about VM Numeracy is the work that we do. It's not too difficult but challenging at the same time.
My name's Jaden and I study VM Numeracy. One of the things I like about VM Numeracy is the teacher we've got and how the work's not too hard at all.
Makes it engaging and doesn't just do work, shall we say, influence it by doing games as well and making like our work kind of fun.
One of the activities we did is we went to a shop and we looked at the discounted items.
Yeah, I don't need a high level of maths or anything because I want to pursue a trade, so it'll come in handy pretty well.
There won't be any SACs and there won't be any exams, but attendance in class is absolutely essential in order for you to be able to pass, and you'll also have to complete work during that class time. It's also really important to note that VM Numeracy will not meet any university prerequisites, and it's not an appropriate choice for you if you're doing mainstream VCE. So if you are doing a VCE vocational major, VM Numeracy is a really great choice for you, but it's important to keep those considerations in mind. If you're doing a mainstream VCE, you have 4 different maths that you can choose from. So we've got Foundation Maths, General Mathematics, Mathematical Methods, and Specialist Maths. With 4 different maths, it can be really difficult to know which maths should I choose. And our advice is that you should keep 2 things in mind. The first thing is, do you have any prerequisites for a university pathway? So the first thing is, are you looking at going to university, or would you like to keep that option open for you? If that's the case, you need to research through the VTAC course search or through relevant universities if there are any prerequisites for your university course. And our Careers and Pathways team can help you more with this. Some courses will have prerequisites for them, which will stipulate that you need to have a certain type of maths or a certain level of maths in order you to be able to enrol in that particular course. So that's the first thing that you need to figure out. The second, and probably one of the most important things, is you also need to choose a maths that you are going to be successful in. And we know that one of the things that is really important for students is that they are not choosing things that are going to mean that they're going to find it overtly difficult or stretching them in a way that they don't necessarily want to be. The most important thing is that we want you to experience success here at Bendigo Senior. And if you pick a maths subject that is too difficult for you and you don't necessarily need it, it is going to mean that you might get to a particular point in time and you'll want to drop to a lower level of maths. And this can sometimes be extremely disruptive to your program, and we want to avoid subject changes at all costs. So recapping, 2 key things. Do you need a maths as a prerequisite, and if so, which one? And choose a maths that most suits your ability level. So Foundation Maths is a really great choice for you if you want to do a maths that's going to provide you with problems and information that will help you with real-world scenarios. So things like finances, money, graphs and understanding how to read graphs, and also things that are going to help you with your job.
Hey, my name's Joey. I'm a Year 11 student at Bendigo Senior Secondary College. I chose Foundation Maths because I've always had a hard time with maths, and choosing Foundation Maths has helped me with real world skills instead of rocket science.
I study it because it gives me the information that I need for everyday life. I don't find the need myself to personally do something that is just out of this world. I find something, if I got information I'd need for the rest of my life, I think it's pretty useful.
My teacher really cares about my well-being and my learning, and it's a lot easier on my stress and my mind.
Just my teacher Dean, he always sits down with me and has good conversations with me about my work, and he explains things in a deeper manner and makes sure that I understand. Well, plenty of being a police officer, I think it will help me a bit solving a few things here and there.
Thinking of becoming either a real estate agent or something to do with mining, and I'll need numbers every day.
So some key factors to consider with Foundation Maths is that this subject will involve some hands-on learning and also some textbook-based problem solving. There is an exam at the end of Unit 3-4, and so teachers will be preparing all students for that, all the way from Year 11 right through to Year 12, and your main form of assessment will be in SACS, just like all of the other levels of VCE Maths. With Foundation Maths, as it is a VCE Maths, it's also important to note that you will be required to do about 3 to 4 hours of homework per week to practice your skills. So what about General Maths? Well, General Maths is like Foundation Maths, but it is a subject that covers very similar topics, but in much more depth and complexity. And so this is a great subject for you if you're looking at a career that's going to require you with an understanding of some mathematical concepts, but in more depth. So things like nursing or teaching or other types of fields.
G'day, I'm Ethan and I'm studying General Maths this year in 2024. I like how it's pretty simple, like it's all on an online textbook and it's just really easy to find all the questions, and even if you need to do it at home, it's like I find it really easy that way. I chose maths because I think it's a really good set of skills to always have, and I'm looking to be a tradesperson, so it's always very handy. You need to have a good set of skills with maths to be that type of career, or have that type of career, so yeah, that's why I chose it. Always just show up to your classes, that's the easiest one, and if you do all the work in class, very little homework I find. If you just get it all done in class, knuckle down, then there's very little to do at home, and yeah, that's what I find it's most easiest.
What I love about maths is it's a really good option just to do if you're not interested in methods, and as you study a lot of topics, and it's just really interesting. I chose maths as it's just a really good thing to have with careers and just life skills in general. Some tips for new students that I would give is just to stay on top of schoolwork and to go to classes, and just to always ask questions and feedback on tests and stuff. When I leave Bendigo Senior, I'm really hoping to study psych, so having maths is just a really good thing to have.
With general mathematics, it's really important to note that it will be required of you to put in at least 3 to 4 hours of homework per week, as it would be in most of the other mathematical subjects. With general maths, there's also 2 exams at the end of Year 12, and all of your assessments will be SAC-based or school assessment coursework-based. Our next option is mathematical methods, and mathematical methods is a great option for students who love complex solving and a little bit more difficulty in terms of their maths. So this is one would be of intermediate difficulty, and we study things like calculus, algebra, functions and graphs, and statistics.
I chose to study math methods because of the extensive opportunities it will offer me for my future and how it intertwines with all my other subjects through science and specialist maths. I hope to pursue engineering or aerospace dynamics, something that really incorporates the use of maths and how it intertwines with physics and how we live our lives. With Bendigo Senior, we have employed teachers that run boot camps that really help tutor you and support you in anything that you might be struggling with. I really encourage anyone that's interested in maths to continue to pursue it, because once you get higher education in that field, you'll never forget it for the rest of your life, and always give it a go and make the most of the supports that are available, and if it's not your thing, that's okay.
Some key things to consider when choosing mathematical methods is this one is of a more intermediate difficulty. So we strongly recommend that you are completing advanced maths, or at least reach level 10A by the end of Year 10. And this is something that you can have a chat to your current maths teacher about. Some other things with maths methods is this is often a prerequisite for certain courses like architecture and biomedicine and engineering, as well as other science degrees. So if you're unsure, it's really important to check the VTAC course guide. As with all of the maths, there is an element of homework involved in this one, and it would be 3 to 4 hours of recommended homework time per week, which you can complete in our bootcamp sessions, or you can complete this at home. If you haven't completed advanced maths and you do choose to do mathematical methods, you'll be expected to do additional work on top of this 3 to 4 hours in order to be able to gain the skills that you need to be successful in this subject. The other thing to keep in mind too is with mathematical methods, just like general maths, there are 2 exams at the end of each unit for this subject. And our last maths is specialist maths, and this one is for students who really love maths and really love a good complex problem. So specialist maths is our most difficult maths, but it does cover some of the content from maths methods, but in a more advanced and comprehensive way. And it will also cover some more advanced pure maths as well. Some of the topics include logic and proof, functions, complex numbers, and differential calculus.
Hi, my name's Josh. I study specialist maths. What I love about maths is it's very practical. Like, the questions aren't really open-ended, and there's always there's an answer to the questions, and it's not like, why? I chose maths because I've always been interested in it. I feel like I think in a logical way which relates to maths, and I also want to do a job that requires maths, which is engineering. Things that I do to help me get better with my maths is I go to the maths boot camps, I use my lecture resources during the holidays, and I try and spread my studying, not just doing it all at once.
Some key things to consider if you're going to choose specialist maths is that this is actually not a prerequisite for any course at university, but some of the high-level science courses like engineering will certainly cover topics that are in specialist maths, but they'll do this in an academic university semester, which is only 12 weeks. So specialist can be a really great choice to get ahead of some of that learning before you get to university, which is a great idea. In addition to this, it's really important to remember that you will still have to put in the 3 to 4 average homework time per week for specialist maths, and it will be a really great opportunity for you to utilise our boot camps. The other really important thing with specialist maths is that this is only a subject that you should be considering if you're doing advanced maths. And if you're not and still wanting to consider doing specialist maths, I strongly recommend that you speak with your own maths teacher before you consider selecting this subject. In addition to this, it's really important that students who are doing specialist maths also choose maths methods, because there is content within specialist maths that's assumed knowledge that's already taught within maths methods. Specialist maths also has 2 exams at the end of each unit, just like every other VCE Maths. The last thing that students will often ask about and wonder about, particularly if they're doing mathematical methods or specialist maths, is the impact of scaling. And scaling in maths methods and specialist maths does increase your study score significantly. However, these subjects are significantly harder than foundation maths and general maths. So if you are a strong maths student, the scaling is definitely going to help you. But if you really struggle with maths and you do extremely poorly in these subjects, the scaling will not save you. So as always, our advice is to choose the subject that you are most likely to experience success in. For more information, we strongly recommend that you firstly speak to your own maths teacher, as they're going to have the best idea of your mathematical ability. And if you would like any more information beyond that, feel free to contact me, Kate Kelly, at Bendigo Senior, and I'm happy to give you some more advice or direct you to the people who can help.